week for you?
It's a great feeling, being able to go back to my hometown, play in my hometown is going to be super cool for sure.
You had a breakout game last time you played there. Just what was it about it that was it just being home that kind of gave you an extra push, and do you kind of have that same feeling going into this week?
Yeah, I think just being able to play in front of my friends and family back home, like from my home city, is super motivating to me. So I think that helped me out a lot for sure.
What did you take away from last week, San Diego's performance on the island against Hawaii? It didn't probably play like the way they wanted to. What did you take away from that?
Yeah, I know playing on the island is a really hard spot to play at for sure. I know it's difficult to be able to go out there and execute the way you need to, so I understand. And I mean, it's November football and it's hard to win. So just being able to see that they're a regular football team and we can exploit their whatever their issues are and be able to attack them this week it's gonna be good for us.
Seemed like first practice back after the bye week was a little intense out there today. What would you make of practice today?
Yeah, it was pretty intense, but I think it's good for us, just being able to know that we're still competing. And I mean, like I said, it's November football, so it's gonna get a little chippy here and there. So being able to really play that way with our team and then come back together and be a whole team and not just offense and defense.
I know it's kind of one game at a time, and that's all you're focused on. But do you guys see the path? Like maybe the season hasn't gone how you wanted to at this point, but if you win your last 3 games, you're still hosting the championship game.
Yeah, obviously it hasn't gone the way we wanted to, but we definitely have everything ahead of us. So just knowing that if we take every week one by one and be able to do what we need to do, it's gonna end how we want to.
Did the bye week kind of give you a chance to reset and not start over, but say, okay, we have these last 3 games to go. Let's just take it one game at a time.
Yeah, I think the bye week was really important for us, especially coming off of a 7-week stretch. It was definitely helpful for us. Being able to get a few guys back, a few guys healthy was super important. So I think it was able to help us reset and refocus on what we have next.
What's been the hardest part for you to be maybe not hardest, but most challenging aspect? You've been a captain this year. I don't think we've talked to you since then. How's captaincy going?
Yeah, it's an honor to be able to be a captain for this team and for this program and be looked at the way I am looked at. But I'd say just some difficulties are just being able to do what I say and not just say things and not back it up. I think that's one of the most important things for being a captain, especially for me.
Spencer said this was the first year he's kind of had to be a hard ass. Have you had to be a hard ass in certain situations when maybe this team just wasn't doing whatever you feel like it should be? Can you explain that?
Yeah, I think I think some players learn differently and they react differently to certain things. So I think just understanding how each player reacts to different situations is really important.
How have the leaders tried to eliminate the self-inflicted negatives, the unnecessary penalties on defense?
I think one of the main things is just being able to do what you need to do and do your job and not make it about yourself. Just being able to, execute what you're supposed to execute and bring exactly what we did in practice into the game is extremely important. Eliminating all the sins.
Maybe you tried to bring maybe different guys in, like yourself. I mean, we've talked about the penalties on the defensive side for multiple weeks. Is there things that have kind of changed as we've gone along, or how's that evolved?
I think it just goes in with being a team. I think we just work as a team, especially on the defense, going from me being in the front, working with some of the back end guys and talking to them, and then the back end guys talking to the front guys. I think that's super important for us.
San Diego State's offense looks pretty big. The line looks big, quarterback's big, looks like they got big backs. So what kind of challenge does that present?
I think just being able to be strong and hold our position as a front is going to be super important for us, and then just getting on and off blocks, and then as for the running backs, just being able to attack them low, go through their motors. Like Coach Frazier always says, their legs are the motors, so being able to take those down is going to be important for us.
What'd you do during the bye, Jayden?
I went home. Yes, sir. I went home over the weekend.
What'd you do? What's the reason to go home, I guess? How does it escape? What does it do for you?
I'd say it just gives me a second to take a breath. Being able to get out of Boise for a second was nice, and really see my family and take a second and relax and reset was really important for me.
Is it funny you go right back?
Yeah, it's pretty funny.
What is it about? What are your memories of? Did you go to any San Diego State games when you were a kid or anything like that? Or?
I didn't go to any, no sir.
All right. Okay. What is it about San Diego that you like, just being from that area? What's special about it?
I think it's for sure the weather, and then just the different things that you can do. I mean, the beach and just the city is super nice. I think those are the biggest things for sure.
I know we've asked you before, but did you have an offer from them, or?
I did not.
Okay. Does that ever fuel you at all when you play them?
I'd say so. You know, being able to, well, being a hometown guy, you'd hope to receive an offer from your hometown team and your hometown school, but sometimes it doesn't happen that way.
Back to San Diego's offense, you know, the quarterback, especially the last 3 games, has really struggled. When he struggles, what do you guys see? Where is he vulnerable and works best for you guys?
I think just being able to confuse the quarterback and then also getting to pressure the quarterback as the front, especially as an edge guy, just being able to know that if we get pressure in his face, we're going to be able to give the back end guys bigger chances to get either PBUs or interceptions or whatever it is.
What's the plan moving forward for you? Maybe it's too early for me to ask that, but I don't know when we're going to see you again. Where do you think you'll be in 3 months?
That's a good question. I don't know yet. I'm just planning on finishing the season as strong as I can and see what happens after that.
Do you have another year of eligibility
Yes, I
in
do.
college?
Yes.
Whether it's the team room, locker room, practice field, are you noticing any kind of even if it's small, a different vibe with Max now, the QB1?
I wouldn't say so. You know, people come and go and people get hurt, and that's the game of football. God forbid anybody gets hurt. But really just being able to come together as a team when things happen and just being able to face the adversity and get through it as a team is going to be super important for us.
Does he do anything differently?
I wouldn't say so.
I guess just what can you say about Max from what you've seen this season, but especially these last couple of weeks?
I think he's a great player. You know, he's young, and a little bit less experienced, but you know, being able to pour into him, especially as a defensive player, coming from the defensive side, just pouring into him and helping him out. You know, helping motivate him. I think he's a very motivated player, but just being able to motivate him even more is gonna be super important for us, and I think he's gonna be able to do great things for us.
It's just with saying, I guess, you know, what are some of the ways you can help him, like he says, as a defensive player? Is it just giving him tips of what the defense might do, this and that? I guess what are you doing?
I'd say for me, especially just when we get our good on good periods in practice, just being able to, you know, give him the best look I can, get to him as fast as I can, and just really show him that what the good on good periods is and what he's gonna expect from the next team that we play.
Stands out to you about the way that Ty Benefield's developed over the last 3 years?
I think one huge thing for him is just the way he gets the ball. Every single play, every single time you watch the film, he's at the ball, which is an extremely good habit of his, and I think that's one thing that he's grown on. And then also just being able to just have a short memory, you know, being able to scratch what happened to play before, whether it was good or bad, and just attack the next play.
He once told me that, you know, he's playing on the offensive side of the ball and he didn't really like contact, and then it eventually clicked for him. But like, you see the way that he plays now. Do you believe that?
I don't at all. It's honestly funny that you say that. I would never think that he would say something like that at all.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Hey, thanks.